Ghost of Tsushima is undoubtedly one of the greatest games of all time, and with Ghost of Yotei finally out, I couldn't think of a better time to revisit this masterpiece and get the platinum. Oh, and I did it all on the hardest difficulty, Lethal. My plan was simple. I'd play the main story and any important side quests, then 100% the open world side content. After that, I'd speedrun my NewGame Plus playthrough, and then jump into the DLC story and 100% that open world side content as well. And then I tried to get as many Legends trophies as I could. Like always, there are timestamps in the description if you want to skip around, and with that out of the way, get comfortable, grab a snack, and enjoy my journey to earning Ghost of Tsushima's Platinum Trophy. The game opened in 1274 on the island of Tsushima, Japan, more specifically Komoda Beach. Lord Shimura prepared his army of just 80 samurai to face the Mongol Empire. His second in command, Lord Harunobu Adachi, went to challenge the enemy's greatest warrior, but was met with merciless brutality from their commander. It was here that I got control of the game's protagonist, Jin Sakai. I made sure to enjoy this scripted section as much as possible, because defeating enemies would never be this easy again. Lord Shimura was taken hostage in the chaos, and as Jin tried to save him, then the Mongol commander introduced himself.
I am Khotan, cousin of Kublai, grandson of Genghis.
But the legend of Jin Sakai didn't end on Komoda Beach. It was just getting started. He woke up at a camp nearby, found his armor, and met the woman who saved him.
I'm Yuna.
She confirmed Lord Shimura's survival, then Jin recovered his katana, which triggered a flashback to his training, and it doubled as a combat tutorial for me. Then a Mongol entered the building, and you gotta wonder what went through his head when he saw this. There were more enemies towards the stable, but I found a pretty solid strategy while I was learning just how lethal this difficulty would be. Okay, so Yuna shot one of them with her arrow last time. Let's see if I could get her to shoot both of them, but I just keep blocking. Okay, that's one. Nice. Didn't have to do anything. Then I chose my horse. Oh, look at that. Digital deluxe horse. We're gonna go with the OG though. If you choose this horse, it will be with you for your entire journey. Nobu for trust, Sora, Sky, and Kage, Shadow. I think we know the obvious answer here.
Kage, born from the darkness.
And travel to Castle Kaneda, where Shimura was being held to earn the first trophy. Approaching the castle, I learned how to initiate a standoff, an easier way to take out an enemy at the start of an encounter. Yuna caught up, which meant I didn't have to do anything for a little bit. Then Jin decided he would continue alone. Oh dude, spear kills me in one shot. I'm gonna attack this guy first. How about that? How about that? No! This isn't good, man. Nice. Okay, I got the spear guy. This is my best run yet. And then just a basic enemy. I got this. I finally cleared that section, and Jin crossed another bridge, his sword bloodied and ready to face the Khan. He accepted Jin's challenge and brought Lord Shimura to spectate. This fight was scripted, so I survived longer than I should have, or just long enough for them to run through the mid-combat dialogue. And when Jin refused to surrender, Khoten Khan tossed him over the bridge. On the way down, Jin remembered the shame of failure, a feeling he was well acquainted with ever since he was powerless to save his father. Also in this flashback, Jin prepared to take the reins of Clan Sakai, and we learned that Lord Shimura took custody of him following his father's death. After miraculously surviving that fall, Jin staggered to the beach where he fell to his knees and asked his father for guidance, a request that did not go unanswered. The wind guided him back to Yuna, where she shared the same surprise as me. They decided if the Khan wouldn't fight fair, neither would they. If he was to be defeated, it would be by unconventional and potentially dishonorable means. However, they couldn't take on the entire Mongol army themselves, meaning it was time to recruit some allies. There was the renowned archer Sensei Sadanobu Ishikawa, the noblewoman and widow of Haranobu, Lady Masako Adachi, a group of mercenaries called the Straw Hat Ronin, and skilled blacksmith Yuna's younger brother Taka. Seeing as he was also currently a prisoner of the Mongols, rescuing him was of the utmost importance, and that's where I decided to start. And on the way, I experienced one of, if not the, best title cards in video game history. The villagers in Kechi spotted Mongols transporting prisoners to a nearby camp, and after quickly surveying the area, Jin and Yuna realized they had to clear the guards quietly, as their detection would result in the prisoners' execution. Jin refused to attack from the shadows, but Yuna insisted it was the only way they could pull the rescue off. This made Jin question everything he'd ever known.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
But he understood how important it was to pull this off undetected, and snuck up behind the guard, stabbing him in the back. Killing the guard this way triggered another flashback where Lord Shimura was attacked by an assassin. He used the opportunity to teach Jin a lesson in honor.
When we fight, we face our enemy head on. When we take their life, we look them in the eye with courage and respect.
I continued through the camp, helping Jin dishonor his code one Mongol at a time until I reached the only cell with a living prisoner. It wasn't Taka, but he mentioned a group that had recently been moved to Azamo Bay, and among that group was a blacksmith. They met with one of Yuna's friends.
I am Kenji, upstanding merchant, renowned sake brewer,
and the best swindler on the island,
who snuck Jin into Azamo Bay using his delivery cart. Inside, I followed this Mongol right to where Taka was being held. They regrouped with Kenji outside and rode to a hill overlooking Komatsu Forge, where Taka would craft some very important items for Jin later on.
Jin, thank you.
To recruit Sensei Ishikawa, Jin agreed to help look for his missing apprentice, Tomoe. Following her tracks led right to a Mongol patrol. I did have an archer on my side to help, but so did they. They found her belongings at a campsite, suggesting she left in a hurry, but it wasn't clear if she escaped by herself or was captured. Ishikawa gave Jin a half bow, and they set up an ambush at Fort Nakayama. It only took me a few tries to pull it off, but the enemies inside were a bit more challenging. Especially this Mongol leader, a heavily armored mini-boss. Tomoe had been inside the fort, but as the evidence piled up, it started to seem like maybe she wasn't there as a prisoner. Now, Sensei Ishikawa finally decided to reveal the truth.
I demand an answer. She attacked me. Not bandits.
Tomoe.
Why?
She has no idea what it means to be samurai.
You drove her to the Mongols.
Do not judge me.
Do not lie to me.
And they agreed that Tomoe couldn't be allowed to teach the Mongols his way of the bow. I then searched 2 more camps where I survived an ambush, no thanks to Sensei Ishikawa,
Resting your bow arm, Sensei?
Observing your response to an ambush.
and freed some prisoners who said to continue the search in Hiyoshi Springs. The way Jin fought at that second camp caught Ishikawa's attention, and he warned him to tread lightly because he would not train another monster. I took down a few groups of Mongol archers. Tomoe wasn't with any of them, but she left one of the leaders with a message.
Sensei, all of Hiyoshi Springs will beg for mercy, like the victims of Hironori Naga. Silence!
Killing that guy unlocked Water Stance, which was effective against shieldmen, and the second of 4 combat stances I'd need to learn for the Quick Study trophy. From there, I defended Hiyoshi Springs against the Mongol advance, using fire arrows to take them down from range. Despite this victory, Tomoe was still 1 step ahead, burning the Nagao banner at the dojo to mock Ishikawa.
She knows the last student I trained before her was Hironori Nagao. I was young, prideful, callous. Hironori learned from my example. He led a rebellion to seize the clan, and lost, but only after butchering Lord Nagao's best men.
You told Tomoe all of this.
And like everything else, she turned it against me.
You'll never redeem Hironori Nagao. And you won't change Tomoe. But today, you saved the people of Hiyoshi Springs.
With my new student.
And with this, the sensei agreed to save Lord Shimura. The Adachi estate had been ransacked, not by Mongols or bandits, but by hired assassins. Nearby,
Lady Masuko, it's me.
Jin Sakai. They said no samurai escaped Komoda. My husband.
Lord Adachi died a warrior's death, defending our home.
Why have you come?
The Mongol Khan has captured Lord Shimura. If your clan joins me, we can save my uncle and avenge your men.
Clan Adachi is dead. Massacred by our own people.
Traitors.
they went to the Golden Temple, where Masako gifted Jin her son's samurai clan armor, and trailed a shady monk named Sogen to an inn. Sure enough, he was working with the assassins, who I fought many times before Masako confronted Sogen and
those in the way must be removed.
They were children!
Then I found a list of his co-conspirators backed by a rival clan. One of the names on that list was Sadao, headman of the Kuta farming village. He was elusive, but his brother Hachi, not so much. They tailed him to a group of assassins, then the assassins to Sadao's hideout. After battling his guards, Jin and Masako were able to rescue his wife, who Hachi ended up silencing, and when he met his fate, he left behind a map of supply routes. A monk, Junshin, recognized every stop on the map except for one, the Ariake Lighthouse. There, I faced what was left of Sadao's guards, but don't let my wording fool you. This was the most difficult encounter yet. Oh, okay. I think there's still a couple more, but I have my arrows saved and my kunai. Holy Shit, I would have been so mad if I died just now. I found Masako at the top of the lighthouse, where she had already killed Sadao and realized the rest of the names on that list would know she was alive,
And hunting.
putting both her and Jin at risk, but for now, she would help him save Lord Shimura. Jin reunited with Ryuzo, an old friend of his and current leader of the Straw Hat Mercenaries.
My men might be interested.
Your men.
I look out for them. Someone has to.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for your leader.
He died on Komoda Beach.
You were there too.
I lost a lot of friends.
We all did. And we can avenge them if we work together.
The Straw Hats are hurt. Starving. I can't ask them to risk their lives for one man.
Their reunion was cut short by Mongols, and a lot of them. I didn't even know what to do here. I died like 20 times in 10 minutes. There was a conveniently placed wasp nest ready to soften up the next wave with a leader and a brood. I took out the former, and Ryuzo handled the latter. Along the way, I grabbed the Open for Business trophy when I staggered my 50th enemy. A small win in that world of pain. Jin helped the Straw Hats raid Fort Ohira in search of supplies. Ultimately, those supplies were destroyed by a Mongol on another ship, but Ryuzo and the Straw Hats agreed to join the cause anyway. I returned to Komatsu, and Taka lit the forge, luring every Mongol in the area right into Jin's trap. There were a lot of them, but it actually wasn't that bad. At least not until the end, where Yuna decided to go down at the same time an enemy focused the villagers inside. After that, I only had a leader to deal with, which also wasn't too bad considering he completely ignored me. When the coast was clear, Taka emerged from the forge with the rest of the civilians.
I've never seen a samurai fight like that. It was nothing.
You are more than a samurai. He is a vengeful spirit, back from the grave to slaughter the Mongols.
Vengeful spirit?
I think they liked it.
Taka completed the iron hook, or kaginata, Jin needed to scale the castle walls. And it was around here, when I had everything I needed to free Lord Shimura, that I ordered a face cam. If this difficulty kept putting me in increasingly difficult scenarios, I thought it would be funny for you all to see my reactions. Jin and his allies gathered outside the castle, everyone except Ryuzo and the Straw Hats, but they decided to go ahead without them. Ishikawa wasn't totally on board with the whole sneaking in while the enemies slept part of the plan, but understood it was out of necessity. I silently cleared a path to and disabled the alarm before making my way to the first courtyard.
We need to clear the courtyard. Quietly, or head on.
Your move.
And, this is how trying to be sneaky went. I didn't mean to. I meant to whistle. I didn't mean to start playing the flute. Oh god. After a few tries though, I finally locked in. The next area was heavily guarded as well, but luck was on my side this time. This guy killed himself. Didn't even know that was possible. And from there, I continued further into the castle.
Ryuzo.
The Khan put a bounty on the ghost. Anyone can claim it.
You wouldn't.
My men are starving, Jin.
Help me save my uncle, and he will reward your men. He will make you samurai.
Then he'll send us to die. Just like he did at Komoda Beach.
Ryuzo.
He's your family, Jin. I need to protect mine.
Alright, that's what it's like then. Oh, he didn't start like that last time. Oh, wow, that didn't kill me. That did. Oh, he could do 2 unblockables back to back. I didn't know that. Oh, I keep forgetting he could. I'm gonna revive. That double. That was my best one yet, though. That's the double. I'm back. When he sheaths his sword, that means it's 2. That was a good combo. Alright, don't sell. This is gonna be 2 unblockables.
Stop! Before it's too late!
No! Oh, wait. Come on, this I have to survive. I got him! Let's go.
Enough! It's not too late. Help me save our home.
It belongs to them now.
Ryuzo.
He's here!
The samurai is here!
I unlocked the standoff streak, letting me take out an extra 2 enemies. And the ability to assassinate enemies through shoji doors. Jin reached the top of the keep and freed Lord Shimura, where they readied themselves to take back the castle.
Uncle.
I knew you would come, my boy. Your father would be proud.
I live to serve you, my lord. We have to leave.
Not yet. Khotun Khan is marching north to conquer Toyotama. He left some guards here. But there'll be no match for 2 samurai.
I brought allies. We can retake the castle.
Then we'll sing songs of our victory. Lord Sakai, we'll pull them to us.
I'm with you, my lord.
About halfway through the battle, the rest of the squad showed up to help, and with Castle Kaneda recovered, I got the next trophy.
The castle is ours.
You've led us to victory, my lord.
With your help, Jin. Together, we will break the Mongol spirit and bring Khopun Khan to his knees. We will win this war as samurai.
Family reunion. Free Lord Shimura from the Khan's clutches. 2 days later, far to the north, Khotun Khan's army arrived at Castle Shimura, who, after some convincing, were allowed through the gates. Lord Shimura didn't love how he did it, but was thankful that Jin saved them. They rode to Toyotama, took down a Mongol fort, and regrouped with Yuna before more enemies attacked. But they made the questionable decision to fill the cart leading their charge with explosive barrels. Yuna mentioned the people of Yarikawa might be useful allies for their team, but
I put down the Yarikawa rebellion. Its people have no love for me.
Yuna has great admiration for you, Lord Shimura. She can convince her people to fight under your banner.
Very well.
among the prisoners at that fort was a warrior monk named Norio. He was the last surviving member of his group, which included his brother.
There were only 3 of us left when they took my brother, Enjo.
Enjo? The Guardian? I'm sorry, he's gone. He was a great warrior.
An even better brother.
Norio agreed to join up too once his fellow monks were safe at Cedar Temple. I met with Norio to help him rescue another monk, Hochi. The camp was heavily guarded, but those guys weren't the ones I had to worry about. It were their reinforcements that got me. I didn't count how many tries this took, but I died for 45 minutes. There was an overwhelming amount of spearmen, brutes, and archers. They were bad enough as is, and it only got worse when I had to balance not letting them kill me, stopping them from killing Hochi, and the reviving Norio, who managed to get himself killed at the most inconvenient times possible. Okay, so while I was editing this section, I counted and I died 66 times in this one encounter. Jin protected Akashima village from a Mongol attack, mixing black powder in the incense burners to create smoke clouds. Then I fought the Mongols at the temple, where I unlocked the third stance. Every villager was dead, but a quick checkpoint reload resurrected them, except for one.
What happened, Norio?
I was fighting. A Mongol snuck up behind me. Hochi threw himself at a blow meant for me.
You're both braver than many samurai I've known.
The Mongols raided Kushi Temple and stole a Buddha artifact, which was returned after a swift rescue mission. And Norio talked about how his brother became the guardian of the temple when he defended the monks from a bandit attack. Searching for the abbot of Cedar Temple, I silently infiltrated the Mongol-occupied Koshimizu farmstead. It took a while, but with some wind chimes and patience, the prisoners were freed. And I completed the bonus objective. The abbot wasn't there, but one of the villagers gave me a key. More on that later. In a cave nearby, Jin found the abbot. Norio feared his death would make the monks leave, but with his own blood and his final breaths, the abbot wrote a letter that convinced them to stick around. There was another battle at the temple that left that Buddha statue destroyed, but
The statue's final lesson. Save what we can, but know that everything passes away.
It's a worse statue when it's broken, but a better teacher.
and with that, Norio's tale came to an end. At least for now. Jin and Ishikawa picked up Tomoe's trail and found a note where she vowed to bring their heads to the Khan. This tale provided a lot of Ishikawa's backstory, like how this wasn't the first time Tomoe betrayed him. She once taught his way of the bow to a group of bandits. They soon learned that Tomoe had framed them as highway robbers, the Ghost and the Demon Sensei. This was in an attempt to turn the people against them. They wound up at a Mongol camp where they were ambushed by archers and a prisoner was caught in the crossfire. Ishikawa revealed that he tasked her to spy on the Mongols, leading Jin to question the sensei's integrity.
You talk about what it means to be a warrior, how Tomoe undermines that. But you and she are the same.
You expect us to be perfect, but only a child expects perfection of his elders.
Finish your thought, Sensei.
We all carry weapons. We all choose between life and death.
And you're too comfortable with that power.
And if I weren't, I would be dead. And so would you, Ghost.
The first actual sighting of Tomoe was at another camp in Otsuna.
It's over. Ambush.
Ishikawa battled the Mongols while I chased after her. Jin asked Tomoe to join them, but
It's already over. I have nothing. No one.
Put the bow down, Tomoe.
Yuna took Jin to a friend's inn where they killed a Mongol patrol staying there. The friend, Ichi, was pissed because she had to deal with those guys' boss, Altan. She warned Jin not to trust Yuna and also told him how to draw the warlord out.
But if you really want his attention,
Tell me.
find his most valued allies. The Japanese slavers who do his bidding. Make an example of them, and Altan will find you.
Those slavers, the Mamushi brothers, ran the camp that Yuna and Taka escaped from as kids. They were the only ones who ever made it out. She couldn't bring herself to go back in, turning this into a solo mission, with 2 additional rules. I couldn't kill anyone besides the brothers, and I needed to collect souvenirs.
With the Mongol forces, we could overtake the main roads.
Your head for your cruelty. You deserve worse. Now for your head. I'll take your head. Leave the rest for the insects.
I can't believe that worked. Then they stacked the mementos on a pike for the others to see. This wasn't enough to draw Altan out, so Yuna decided they'd go after another accomplice, the Black Wolf. They caught up with him as he tried to escape, and Yuna confronted the man who sold her and Taka to the Mamushi brothers all those years ago.
You enslaved children!
No, You've done it for 20 years! You held me and Taka captive, sold us to the Mamushi slave farm.
Taka. He was my favorite. But the way I remember it, you brought him to me.
I didn't know.
Yuna, he's yours.
Then they burnt his ship to send Altan another message. Jin and Yuna attacked Altan's camp, and he showed up just after I killed the last of his men.
Altan.
With another pack of dogs.
The second real boss fight of the game.
Altan. I face judgment for your crimes.
You cannot judge me. You murdered your own people.
The Mamushi brothers and the Black Wolf are traitors.
Is that your excuse? Your reason to become the Ghost and kill?
That armor is insane.
No wonder the Straw Hat Ryuzo turned on you.
Enough! It's time to finish this.
Alright, first death. That's an unblockable. 2 deaths? I'm not gonna lie, he kicked my ass in the first few attempts, but I realized what would become a common theme in this game. He was just repeating the same attack pattern. So it's an unblockable and then a regular attack.
I understand it now.
Do what you need to survive. And yet you despise others for doing the same. You kill in service of yourself.
No more lies, Altan. I know what you are.
No! I got him so low! That was a good run. I pretty much got the strategy down. Parry, triangle, and then he does that, and then it goes right into another parryable. I think I'm gonna get him here. Hell yeah. Defeating Altan wrapped up Yuna's side story and got me a trophy. Another trophy, finally, the Headstrong Thief, for completing all of Yuna's tales. I made it to Amugi Cove, where I met Goro the pirate. He owed Lord Shimura a debt that was to be paid by sailing to the mainland and petitioning the shogun for reinforcements. There was just one slight issue. The Mongols had doubled their presence where Goro was meant to leave from. On the bright side, there was a perfect distraction waiting just across the water. Jin and Lord Shimura ambushed a Mongol patrol on their way out, and pushed through the fort, cutting down every enemy in their path, until the Mongols started firing a hwacha at them. To be fair, it somewhat worked in my favor too. How scared do you think those guys up there are, seeing us just cut all the reinforcements down? And on that tower, Jin manned the hwacha now to ensure Goro's safe departure. As you can imagine, Lord Shimura wasn't thrilled, but again, it was the only way. When Goro passed the blockade, Shimura shared a very important development with his nephew.
Jin, my message to the Shogun included an announcement. I wish to formally adopt you as my son.
Uncle.
In my heart, you have always been the heir to my legacy. When this war ends, we will make it official. One day, our people will look to you as their leader. You will become their honorable Jito, backed by all the power of the Shogun.
I hope I can serve them as well as you have.
I know you will.
Jin and Masako tailed another conspirator, Omura, to what they thought was a meeting with his employer, but it turned out he was just getting loose ends.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Which one of you is Omura?
That would be me.
Good. That's one less loose end.
The next name on the list was Kajiwara, the actual hirer of the assassins. When they found his house, it turned out he killed his wife and kid to save them from the Mongols.
The Mongols attacked my wife and daughter.
Quiet, Snake. We know you killed them.
Out of love. Better me than the Mongols.
Next was Mai, who stole heirlooms for her boss. Turned out her and Masako had a little something going on behind the scenes, and because of that, she wasn't killed, just sent away. By this point, I reached Hero of Tsushima rank, and I unlocked the 5th and final ghost weapon, making available a trophy I'll get later on. Masako determined Junshin was behind her clan's betrayal, and they went to find him, with the agreement that they'd talk to him first. Here's what happened when she found him.
Masako!
Stand aside, Jin. He betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, Mongols win.
They already won.
No. This is the 3rd boss fight. Let me tell you, I had some fun with this one.
You were my friend.
Give me the monk.
No.
I might be able to clutch this. Never mind. Jeez. Oh, it's two unblockables. This is 2. Wait, why can't I get the second dodge? That's the one that keeps getting me. The double unblockable.
You hear them coming? They are the enemy.
I thought I dodged. Why didn't I dodge? The monk. It didn't end there either. It actually went on for 20 more minutes. By the end of the boss fight, Masako had killed me a whopping 63 times. I just couldn't seem to dodge that double unblockable.
Hear them coming? They are the enemy.
What just happened? Did I just get blessed? Oh my god. Oh, I did it. Finally. Yo, what just happened, actually? Oh, they're friends again. Time to fight the bad guys. They caught up with Junshin, who revealed the actual mastermind behind the fall of Clan Adachi.
She called herself Lady Hana.
Liar!
Masako, wait. Who is Lady Hana?
My sister. She was massacred with the rest of my family.
She visited me 2 nights ago, wore a crimson kimono with a golden sash. I remember. She smelled of chrysanthemum.
No. My sister's alive. She murdered the children.
Why would she want to destroy your clan?
I don't know. But I am going to find her.
You don't have to do it alone.
Meet me in Kamiyagata.
Jin returned to his home in Omi and collected his father's armor.
Jin, help me. Your death benefits all beings.
The caretaker, Yuriko, mentioned a kind of poison she made to keep pests away. This interested Jin, and he asked if it would be strong enough to deal with another kind of pest.
Poison has never been the Sakai way.
No Sakai had to fight the Mongol Empire.
Promise me you'll remain the good man I know.
I promise.
I've looked after your every need since your mother carried you. I won't stop now.
I grabbed some reeds to make a blowgun, harvested the wolf's bane for the poison, and Yuriko showed Jin how to turn them into darts. I collected a different type of flower for a hallucination dart, but came across a Mongol camp first. Yuriko shared stories about Jin as a child and his father, but showed some pretty bad signs of memory loss.
Kazumasa, I do enjoy our rides together.
Did you say Kazuma-san?
Did I? You ride with your father's grace.
She finished the darts, and I tested them at another Mongol establishment. It's okay, I got another one. Yuriko brought Jin to her family's cemetery, where they sat at the edge of the overlook, and she spoke to Jin like he was Kazumasa. This time, he let her.
Kazumasa. That night, you brought little Jin to me. And he was so sick after all that time in the forest. We had already lost Lady Sakai. We sat by his side the whole night. You held my hand. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
When he recovered. When you taught me how to ride. The day we rode to the onset. Oh, the sunset was red and full.
That was what?
The best day of my life.
Yuriko? Rest, Yuriko. The strength we need is all around us. The mighty fall at last, to be no more than dust before the wind.
Before moving on, I made a pit stop to upgrade my new armor.
This will protect you.
I only need 28 more supplies? Yeah, I'm gonna just run around and look for it. Alright, 13 more. Linen. Supplies. If this is at least 13 supplies, that would be so badass. 8 supplies. No, I still need 5 more. Hello.
Hello.
Supplies. Oh, it gave me 6. That's perfect. Gift altar. Oh, trophy. Collect 10 gifts.
Nothing stronger.
Then regrouped with Yuna to recruit the people of Yarikawa. They snuck in using a secret entrance, and the Mongol leader outside, General Temuge, introduced himself, demanded they surrender, and gave them a deadline to do so. Jin spoke with Ujimasa, the eldest son of Yarikawa's former leader, and asked for his people's support. In return, he would help them with the little problem they had at their gate. The request was met with laughter, and a dangerous overconfidence that they'd survive the assault alone. Jin tracked a small band of Yarikawan archers who were tracking their recently captured friends. Together, they ambushed the Mongol convoy.
They're close enough now.
No mercy!
And faced the rest of the enemies head-on. Ujimasa accepted Jin's request following the safe return of his archers. The next day, Jin and Yuna shared a drink, or drinks, and traded stories into the night. As you might have guessed, the Mongols chose then to attack, so Jin rallied the people of Yarikawa and met the invaders at the gate.
They'll breach the gate! Stand your ground! Every Mongol who sets foot inside our walls will die! Don't let them past you! Archers! Cut them down! Oh, Yarikawa! For the goal!
After a while, the enemy retreated, which was strange considering their numbers advantage.
Barely damaged them. What are they up to?
Trying to lure us out?
No. Hold them off as long as you can, then fall back to the keep.
I snuck past the Mongols and dispatched both crews before destroying the catapults, then made my way back to town and faced General Temuge.
Temuge! Face me!
The ghost! Khotun will reward me for your head.
So far, his attack pattern was the easiest to pick up on, but he did have that dreaded double unblockable move, and he ended up killing me one more time than Ryuzo. But on that 15th attempt,
Careful, Temuge. You can't get Khotun's reward if you're dead.
A lucky blow. You will not get another.
Leave Tsushima now, and I might show you mercy.
Yarikawa will burn!
You have killed men in many countries, Temuge, but here, you die.
oh, I got him! This brutality allowed him to access Ghost Stance, an ability that put the closest 3 Mongols in immediate danger.
Look at your general! Run! Or this will be your fate! People of Yarikawa, hunt every Mongol to the last man! Spare no one! For Yarikawa! Everyone to the gate!
Witness protection.
We saved your town. Now, we help Lord Shimura save our island!
We are not soldiers!
Who killed these Mongols? Who stood against the siege?
saved Yarikawa. We did.
You can't just stay here and wait for the Mongols to try again.
You say you are not soldiers. You are warriors. We can defeat the invaders and save our home. But only if we stand together.
It's done. Yarikawa will join our fight.
Lord Shimura's scouts spotted Ryuzo at Fort Koyasan, and Jin went there to deal with him for good. The place was crawling with Mongols and Straw Hats. Luckily, he received some backup.
Lord Sakai! Wait! Shh! You'll give us away. I won't let you do this alone. If Yuna won't come with you, then I have to.
Taka wouldn't have been much help in combat, but he made up for that by luring almost every enemy out of the fort. I picked off those who stayed behind, and continued through the gate to face the traitor Ryuzo.
The Khan wants to meet you. I'm not here to talk. You betrayed us all. We can save our home together. It doesn't have to be like this. Yes, Ryuzo. It does.
Jin woke up to Taka's voice and asked what he was doing back there.
Lord Sakai! Lord Sakai! Please, wake up!
Taka, how?
You were gone so long. I knew you were in trouble. I came to help, but the Mongols caught me.
Before they could break free,
just need to loosen this.
Taka, be brave.
the Khan gave Jin another chance to join him, saying his influence would convince the rest of the island to surrender as well. He used Taka as an example of how the people of Tsushima would follow him, follow the ghost. He refused at every chance, and Taka was released with an opportunity at freedom.
Your legend does not even care about you. If you kill him, you can go. Your friend died for you. Now I must find another, and you must choose again.
When Jin woke back up, he was overwhelmed with rage and hatred, breaking through his binds and recovering his gear to face what remained of the Straw Hat Ronin.
This is for Taka! No mercy!
Yuna got there as Jin was leaving, and he tried to stop her from going further.
I just saw the Khan ride out with Ryuzo. Where's Taka? I know he's here. He left a message saying he'd followed you. Where is he? No. No! No!
No! Yuna, wait!
Taka! He wasn't supposed to be here. Why didn't he listen?
He tried to make you proud.
He wanted to be like the ghost. You shouldn't have made him come!
I tried to stop him. But he wanted to help.
That's Taka.
We should go.
I'm not leaving him.
A large squad of both Mongols and Ronin charged into the fort. When they were dead, Taka was given a proper burial.
I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I swore I'd give him a good life. Keep him safe. This isn't your fault. It's mine.
No. It was the Khan. Rizzo. Every Mongol on this island. Help me kill them all. Help me avenge Taka.
There's no reason to leave anymore. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Except stay. And fight. Was Taka brave? At the end?
He was always brave.
The Shogun's reinforcements finally showed up at the camp and scolded Jin for accepting his new title.
Is it true the people have a name for you? Ghost.
They needed something to believe in after the samurai were defeated.
Now the samurai are back. It's time we put these folktales to bed.
And he climbed a watchtower to meet his uncle.
You have done well, Jin. We now have everyone we need to reclaim my castle.
I dealt with the Straw Hats, but Ryuzo escaped with the Khan. They wanted me to betray you.
You spoke to the Khan?
I was captured.
If I'd known, I would have marched my entire army to save you.
Yuna helped me escape. But her brother... he died with honor.
The Khan will pay for his sacrifice. And for all you've endured. Jin, the Shogun formally supports my decision to adopt you. When our island is saved, you will be heir to Clan Shimura. Not as a ghost, but as a samurai.
I won't disappoint you, Uncle.
Today we ride into battle as Sakai and Shimura. Tomorrow we celebrate victory as father and son.
Lord Shimura led the advance to retake his castle, and the battle for the fate of Tsushima was underway. They broke through the initial defense, and continued through the gate. Jin climbed the gatehouse to get an idea of what waited on the other side.
Run home, Japanese dogs! This gate will not open for you!
Run, cowards!
Jin! What are you doing?
Clearing the way.
Not like that. Never like that. Face them as a warrior, with honor, not a monster.
It's all they understand.
Terror is not the weapon of a samurai.
Jin then commandeered a Hwacha to further disappoint his uncle, and as I fought to take the bridge, I defeated another leader. They, got the bridge, but...
The Khan wouldn't give up like this. Something's wrong. Open fire! Shoot the horses! Shoot them!
And after that, we get one of the game's best cutscenes.
The Mongols are on the defensive. We will strike before they regroup and end this war tomorrow.
You sent our men to die.
They are soldiers.
Their blood is on our hands. I can find a way past the bridge. Poison the enemy.
An act of terror.
I am trying to save our people.
By teaching them to fear us. If you continue down this path, you will be no better than the Mongols. I trained you to fight with honor.
Honor died on the beach. The Khan deserves to suffer.
You are ruled by your emotion.
I sacrificed everything I knew to save our people. I gave them hope. You did nothing. No. We're finished.
Jin went to see Yuna, and he asked her to collect as much wolfsbane as she could carry. She realized why he needed it, and agreed. Before she left, she gave Jin a gift, something Taka was working on before he died. Yuna returned with the flowers, and the Jin headed for a vantage point to scout the castle. He spotted where the Mongols were getting their drinks, and added the poison when they weren't looking. Now, it was only a matter of time. Jin made for the main keep, expecting to find the Khan, but was greeted by someone else.
Jin! Where's the Khan?
He rode north. Made me stay behind to collect the ghost's head.
Then come claim it.
No. I could have killed you earlier. Instead, I convinced the Khan to give you a chance.
He murdered Taka. And you slaughtered my men. I've lost everything. Except you. We can defeat the Mongols together. After everything you've done! Tell the people I was your spy. Sent to gain the Khan's trust. They'll believe the ghost.
Stop!
You are my oldest friend, Ryuzo. Surrender. And answer for your crimes. For both our sakes.
I can't.
This rematch was much more challenging than the first time. Ryuzo attacked quicker and in different patterns, even changing his combos up in the later stages of the fight, which made it a lot harder to keep track of. 30 deaths and a few close calls later.
Should have surrendered. I won't die by your uncle's hand.
You won't stop me, Ryuzo.
The poison. You broke your uncle's code. You left me no choice. I'll never forgive you.
Jin. Please.
Goodbye, Ryuzo.
And that brought us right into another phenomenal cutscene.
The castle is yours. The Khan marches north. We can head him off.
You defied me!
I did what I had to. For them.
Is this how you want to be remembered?
He defended us.
By spreading fear and chaos?
We are at war.
And you are acting like the enemy. This is not our way.
Your way can't save our people.
Tell them. You are Jin Shimura. Loyal servant to the Shogun. My heir. My son.
I am not your son. I am the ghost.
And you will be judged for it.
Find the Khan.
Jin.
For Taka. Go.
Lord Shimura exiled the ghost, but he had allies in low places.
Kenji, what are you doing?
What does it look like? Let's go!
He got the cell open and told Jin to find Yuna up north. I snuck by the guards and reached Kage at the stable, but the samurai noticed their prisoner was missing by now.
Forgive me, Kage. We have to reach Ken. Yuna's waiting for us. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you.
I don't even want to kill the Khan as bad as I want to kill that guy that shot my horse right now. Searching for Yuna, Jin was shot with a poison arrow. Yeah, they learned how to make the poison. So that's that. Yuna saved him again and returned his gear. There, I had to choose a new horse. We're gonna go with the OG though. If you choose this horse, it will be with you for your entire journey.
Kage, born from the darkness.
I'm sorry. These will have to do for now.
Jogoku Temple was nearby, and it would make a great base of operations, so... And once the enemies were gone, I freed their prisoners, and Jin spoke with Yuna.
Khotun studied Lord Shimura's tactics. He knows how to break an army of samurai. But he doesn't know how to defend against us.
We'll make him hurt. For Taka.
For everyone.
Slay? Acquire 30 pieces of vanity gear? I also upgraded the ghost armor a few times so I could get the cape. I recruited one of Yuna's old pals.
She's alive? Where is she?
To help liberate Fort Kamenodake. This was a vital position considering the Mongols restricted all access in and out of Kamiagata. Jin, Yuna, and now Takeshi were obviously already there, but the rest of their allies were still back in Toyotama. There were Mongols for days in the fort, but Takeshi's men actually weren't useless. There were still a lot of enemies around, which meant I had to get creative. Further into the fort, the group came across a Hwacha, making it risky to cross this bridge. I mean, if there was someone to man it. Yuna arrived with the rest of the team, and they won the fort together. I went to meet Sensei Ishikawa, but Jin was stopped by a woman named Matsu. They waited out a storm in her cabin, where
Sensei Ishikawa said something similar. But it sounds more natural coming from you, Tomoe.
Ishikawa always said, I underestimate my opponents.
Jin wondered why she didn't try to kill him. She said the Mongols turned on her. Ironic, I know. But now she wanted to work together. Ishikawa saw her olive branch as an easy way to get his and Jin's guards down, and I mean, rightfully so. They met with her anyway, and she mentioned the Mongols' plan to attack Umugi Cove. The three of them worked together on the way, synchronizing shots like they were in Ghost Recon. They reached the cove and found Tomoe's archery students, all of them, together in one spot, just chilling next to explosive barrels.
I trust her desire for revenge.
I gotta say though, they made a damn good team, managing to reverse everything Tomoe did in 30 seconds. She disappeared behind the fighting, but by the time they reached her,
Sensei Ishikawa, we have judged each other harshly, but the Buddha tells us that our greatest enemies can be our best teachers.
I am grateful for your teaching, and for the chance to fight by your side a final time. I have been your student. I would have become your daughter, but the way of the bow is behind me now. What lies ahead? I am like an arrow, shot from a bow. Who knows where the wind will take me?
It's over. Promise me you won't repeat my mistakes.
I promise, Sensei.
Masako had come to terms with what she knew about her sister, and explained the root of Hana's hatred.
When we were young, bandits attacked our estate. Hana hid with our parents. I took up a sword. Only after I dispatched the bandits did a samurai guard arrive to help. Adachi was leading them. Hana saw him as a way to realize her ambitions, but he only had eyes for me.
She was jealous then, the seed of many betrayals.
After Komada, Lady Hana took over the abandoned Kikuchi estate and masterminded Clan Adachi's destruction. I defeated the samurai guarding the estate, and Masako confronted her sister face to face. She chased after Hana, while Jin battled the remaining samurai. When he caught up, Lady Masako avenged her clan.
You murdered my children. My grandchildren. Destroyed my family.
A small price to pay for what you've done.
I have done nothing.
You stole everything. Drove me from our home. Took the life that was rightfully mine. Left me with that abusive drunk in this frozen land. You would have to suffer an eternity of pain to understand the life I've lived. The life you forced on me.
None of that is my fault.
It is! And damn you for acting as if it isn't! You've come to kill me, so finish this. It will be your only kindness.
I can't end your suffering. But you can.
Now, you have nothing! Ugh!
Jin regrouped with Norio, and they led the charge to retake Cedar Temple. After the conflict, a monk warned Norio not to enter the main hall, but he didn't listen.
Nothing damaged or stolen.
Norio.
Angel?
Enjo was alive, but had been brutally tortured by the Mongols for information and to keep Norio safe. He held on to see his brother one last time, but asked to be put out of his misery. Later, Norio returned with a name.
His name is Kharcho, the one who burned my brother and cut off his limbs.
This Kharcho is among the dead?
Not yet.
Norio and Jin set up camp outside Kharcho's fort to get some rest before their attack, but in the middle of the night...
Norio, where is he?
I rode down to the fort and found it engulfed in flames. Mongols covered the ground, burned alive, and eventually, Jin found Norio.
You do not have the courage to do it.
Burn! Burn for your crimes, butcher!
You once told me you would never swing your naginata in hatred.
I did what the ghost would do. And now Kharcho is gone. He was still alive when I lit the wood. When he screamed, it filled me with joy. And I would do it again. I'm no longer a monk.
You don't get to give up. We all have regrets and broken promises. But this island needs you. The last warrior monk of Cedar Temple.
I can't go back to what I was before this.
I'm not asking you to go back. I'm asking you to keep your faith and move forward.
Thank you, Jin.
I cleared the way to a lighthouse, and used the vantage point to scout Port Izumi, the Khan's new base of operations. He was preparing to sail for the mainland with enough poison to kill thousands. Surveying the area revealed a storm brewing, one big enough to keep the ships from leaving. That's when the Ghost and his allies would strike. Jin sent Yuna to somehow obtain Hwachas, while he snuck into Lord Shimura's quarters and left a note asking for his support.
Uncle, forgive me for not facing you in person. The Khan's fleet has gathered at Port Izumi. His ships are loaded with poison that would devastate the Shogun's army. But when the next storm arrives, I plan to kill the Khan and sink his fleet. I ask that you join me. I hope we can meet again. If not as father and son, then as warriors who have walked different paths. Whatever you believe I've become, I will always be your family.
The storm was in full effect, and with an arrow signaling the Hwachas, the Battle of Port Izumi was underway. Jin, Yuna, Ishikawa, and Masako launched the ground attack through the front gate.
Take the fight to them! Forward! Push them back!
Then they regrouped with Norio and the rest of the force.
This is where it ends. Today, the Khan dies. Lord Shimura isn't here. We fight alone.
We'll lead an attack on the main gate. Distract the Mongols while you find a way inside.
You'll be overwhelmed.
We came this far. We're not turning back now.
You are all the bravest warriors I've ever known. I hope to see you again.
Using the fighting as cover, Jin snuck around to take the Khan by surprise. I spotted the Khan, and with impeccable timing, Lord Shimura arrived with more warriors.
For Tsushima! No mercy!
Now it was time to actually fight Khotun Khan, and I'll just say this, I died more times during this boss fight than any other.
All this death. Because you and your uncle would not surrender. I offered you peace, and you chose war. Now, the people of your mainland will suffer.
You will never leave this island.
I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I sure wasn't. And that was just like the first 9 or 10 minutes. This exact pattern continued for a very long time, and I have written down that I died 69 times. However, while I'm editing, I feel like that number is a lot higher. Khotun Khan had just about everything you'd expect: a double unblockable, a quadruple unblockable, this move, which I'm not even totally sure how he pulled off, these quick jabs with the edge of his spear. Oh, and yeah, he had a spear. But eventually...
I will avenge the people of Tsushima.
Vengeance! Vengeance!
You will never leave Tsushima.
Of a child.
Khotun Khan!
I am the ghost.
I had finally done it. Phase 1, that is, because he retreated to his ship, where I now had to fight him and other enemies at the same time. And even though it wasn't in a traditional duel setting, he still inflicted the same amount of damage. This part only took me 14 tries, and the best strategy was to run around in circles to find an opening. While I did that, I got a trophy for killing 20 enemies after a perfect parry. And once the Khan's guards were dealt with, I filled the ghost meter.
And another will come.
Your friend died for you.
We will be remembered forever.
No, you will be forgotten.
The Khan's flagship was destroyed, and Yuna was there to meet Jin on the beach. Wow, what a fantastic ending to the game. Jin and Lord Shimura went to the Clan Sakai cemetery together.
The Shogun has declared you a traitor.
He ordered you to kill me.
The Ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With poison. A gift you gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
You have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
You are my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family.
And my head is the cost.
Taking it is my punishment. Our final day together. It is beautiful.
They reflected on loss before their battle, and when they were done, this was the toughest boss fight of the game. Not difficulty-wise, but because of what it meant. Well, he also had a triple unblockable, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Every death I had in this fight was from that, so there aren't many details to give, but this was my winning attempt.
Killing me will only make them worse. So let me go in peace. You want revenge for my failure.
This is not my revenge. It is my punishment.
Honor me with a warrior's death.
I sat on this screen for 3 minutes trying to decide what to do. I mean, he did kill me 59 times, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I have no honor. But I will not kill my family.
The ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
I know.
So the trophy for completing the story popped right as the screen faded to white right there, but it actually couldn't have been at a worse time. And I was also reacting to it live, but my mic was muted, so that's pretty cool. And I couldn't manage to make it flow with this section of the video, but here it is, the trophy for completing the story. After the credits, I got this ugly ass armor die and an abandoned shack with all mementos from the journey. With a decreased Mongol presence on the island, I could finally do all the recreational activities I missed out on before, like taking baths, writing poetry, chasing foxes, and cutting bamboo. Resting in each of the hot springs gave Jin time to reflect on different subjects and increased overall health. Composing the haiku unlocked new headbands, following the foxes and honoring the Inari shrines unlocked the rest of the charm slots, new charms, and increased their overall power. And my personal favorite, the bamboo strikes, increased overall resolve. This part didn't take too long, but stopping to pet every fox definitely added some time. Completing those earned their own trophy, and I got another one for lighting every lighthouse. I collected the sword kit from every Pillar of Honor, even though I only needed one for the trophy. Then I visited all 16 Shinto shrines to get more legendary charms and materials. And I also bowed at 10 hidden altars around the map. During that whole process, I got... For buying the last ghost technique, I accidentally customized the shot and photo mode, and purchased an item from the black and white dye merchants. I got the black dye for the ghost armor and this Suri Monaco mask.
The Mongols will think they face death himself.
On top of all that, I even collected the remaining singing crickets, records, Mongol artifacts, and Sashimono banners. The crickets unlocked new songs for the flute, which I showed earlier when I honored Taka at his grave. The records documented a number of correspondences, stories, and letters from and between the people of Tsushima, even an 11-entry conversation with the Khan. The Mongol artifacts described different weapons, cultural items, and traditional practices of the Mongols. And finally, the 80 Sashimono banners of clans Shimura, Sakai, Adachi, Nagao, and Kikuchi were traded in for new saddles and some backstory on each of the clans. And you might call me crazy, but I even used the traveler's attire to find all the remaining vanity items hidden around the map. I totally did this for the 100% and not so I could keep watching Prison Break. Now it was time to liberate Tsushima for good. This spiritual fourth act started at Azamo Bay, where I took out the leaders, silently dispatched the guards, and freed the prisoners. Then I faced Warlord Haranori. I don't have much to say, because I actually took this guy down in one try. From there, I cleared the smaller Mongol camps, earning the trophy for liberating 12 areas in Izuhara along the way. Then I moved on to the Mongol-occupied villages, which got me more keys to Gusaku's armor. I burnt down their logging base, destroyed their logging camp, liberated Ogawa Dojo, where I faced General Dogar and had to make sure I was still on lethal. And lastly, I destroyed the Mongol shipyard. Now, Izuhara was fully liberated. I repeated the same process in Toyotama, starting with the camps, where I got the trophy for liberating 8 areas. Then moved on to the Ijima and Okada farmsteads that got me the 6th key. I liberated Numata Settlement, Kishibe Village, and finally Fort Imai. Around this time, I also found the 20th Mongol artifact for Know Your Enemy, and the 20th record for Avid Reader. Clearing the first 7 smaller outposts in Kamiagata earned me the Mass Eviction Trophy. Then I moved on to the Morame Brewery and Kawachi Whaling Village, where I found pieces of Mongol armor designed for the Khan. I hunted targets at the last 2 Mongol territories, General Bartu and General Dogshin. Defeating them got me the last 2 pieces of that armor and the trophies for liberating Kamiagata, and then the entire island. I saved the Tales of Tsushima for now, so I had something to look forward to when I was chasing those foxes earlier. I started these by meeting up with our old pal Kenji. He said the people of Aoi Village were being exploited for their food, so I hid inside another delivery and dealt with the Mongols, only to find out Kenji was the one who got them into that mess in the first place, when he sold the Mongols wood chips and told them it was food. Kenji's friend Natao was captured by the Mongols, along with the tons of supplies they stole from a group of Straw Hats. After cutting Natao loose, the Mongols and the angry Ronin returned to the camp.
The lock is stuck! Hurry up! Hurry up! Got it! Bear! Run! Kill them! Straw hats! Hide!
Once the area was secure, I found Kenji and his friend locked in the bear's cage.
We thought it would be safer in here, but then it locked.
In his last tale, Kenji explained how he was indebted to a bandit known as Gon the Butcher. He could have picked anyone to cross, but he went with the dude who had the Butcher in his name. When they reached the meeting point, I took out the bandits Gon brought along for an ambush. He also told the Mongols where to find Kenji, so I fought them too, and after, Jin questioned why Kenji risked his life over such foolish things, and reminded him how helpful he could actually be. With that, Kenji vowed to start going about things differently. The rest of the tales weren't based on a specific character, and there were way too many for me to give each of them the spotlight, so I'll only go into detail for the unique ones or tales that stood out to me. Jin spoke with a distressed woman whose food had recently been stolen by some bandits. She asked if he'd retrieve it, with the additional request that he didn't harm any of the thieves. I made my way over to the camp, and to my surprise, I was actually able to do this without killing anyone. I waited in the tall grass for the patrol to pass, snuck into the camp right next to a sleeping bandit, and collected the rice. When I returned with it, she revealed that they actually didn't steal it from her, she just thought they didn't deserve it. It's a good thing I didn't kill any of them. I met with a guardian of the Azamo League, a group of farmers and fishermen banded together to fight the Mongols. She hadn't heard from the rest of her force in some time, so Jin rode with her to their nearby hideout. They were too late.
Cut them down.
And Mongol horns nearby let them know the others might not have made it either.
We're too late.
Full of rage, the Guardian rushed into battle. She survived, but Jin told her to control her emotions if she wanted to become a better warrior. In a quiet, peaceful village, Jin heard rumors of another samurai who'd survived Komoda, Lord Jinroku.
Oh, I wasn't expecting a visitor.
When he returned, something didn't add up.
The beaches of Komatsu ran red with blood that terrible day.
We fought at Komoda.
Of course.
Yeah, where were you stationed?
Pronounced.
That's not even.
Told you this.
He tried to distract Jin by sending him to a bath, but a quick inspection of his so-called war horse revealed the truth.
A farm horse. Never seen battle. I know this saddle. It belonged to Lord Higuchi.
Jinroku is no samurai.
Jin caught up with the imposter, who requested a duel.
I don't want to die. I surrender. I'm sorry.
And Jin let him leave with a warning. Back in Komoda, Jin found Masako fighting a group of Mongols near the beach. When he asked what she was doing there,
Looking for my family.
Jin agreed to join the search, and they quickly located an Adachi banner with a fallen samurai next to it. He assured Masako that the Adachi samurai stayed loyal to the end, surging into battle when her husband fell. They followed the banners and found a friend of Masako's sons. And nearby him,
Shigesato! Yasanari! Strung up like animals.
Let's get them down.
Jin and Masako realized they couldn't bury her sons back home. Instead, they opted to bury them at a nearby lighthouse to honor their sacrifice. The lighthouse was occupied by Mongols, but they didn't stand a chance. With the area secured, Jin and Masako buried her sons.
Even when they grew older, I always called them home.
That's what I missed most after my mother passed. A voice calling for me.
Take comfort in knowing she is at peace. They all are.
Jin asked around Amugi Cove in search of a missing girl. Nobody he questioned was particularly helpful.
I'm looking for a girl named Kuma.
Girls, boys, chickens. I have it all. For the right price, call them whatever you like.
Until a Ronin pulled him aside and offered a lead. I cleared her supposed location of bandits and led her to safety. Only it wasn't completely safe just yet.
This is foolish. Surrender, and you can live.
Girls, boys, chickens. I have it.
Shut up, bitch!
I can't thank you enough.
With that weirdo out of the way, the girl, Kuma, was free to leave with her mom. Jin came across a former bandit, Gomyo, who was seeking revenge for his family's murder. Together, they attacked a nearby bandit camp to draw out their leader, Gorahachi. He taunted Gomyo and boasted about killing his family. Eventually, he secured vengeance, but succumbed to his wounds from the battle.
Be at peace, Gomyo.
The Mongols destroyed an Inari shrine, which is something that could have been forgiven, but in the process they also killed a fox. So I John Wicked them. All of them.
That's the last of them.
I uncovered a dark secret in Sago and followed the trail to a small village where the Mongols were holding their prisoners. Once free, they said the men of Sago traded them for their own safety. So I went back to the town and handled that problem.
The rest of you leave Sago forever.
Then I returned to Jogaku Temple and spoke with an apprentice blacksmith whose master recently worked on a very unique set of armor. I handed the pieces over and he was able to resize the armor to fit Jin.
What would my uncle think if he saw me in this?
Like I said earlier, that wasn't every tale, but I didn't want this section to be 30 minutes by itself. For completing them all, I got the Helping Sword Hand trophy.
How do we survive if we don't trust each other?
All I had left to complete were the Mythic tales, where I'd learn about a legendary warrior from Tsushima's past, then obtain their weapon, armor, or fighting technique. The first Mythic tale I embarked on was the legend of Tadayori Nagao, the island's greatest archer.
But Tadayori faced the pirates alone, wearing his mythic armor. Tadayori's arrows tore through them, but not one blow pierced Tadayori's armor. Years later, Tadayori died peacefully at home, but his armor mysteriously vanished.
I started my search for the armor at the Violet Crown and found a map to Tadayori's rest. When I reached the cemetery, Jin was confronted.
Lit recently.
What are you doing here?
I am Jin Sakai, nephew of Lord Shimura.
You're a liar and a thief. Defend yourself.
I don't want to kill you. Stop!
Hold, my lord. My name is Kaede, last of Tadayori's line.
She pointed Jin towards the cliffs behind Azumo Bay, where I retrieved the armor and tested it out.
See how Tadayori
Next was the Heavenly Strike, a tale about the fastest swordsman Tsushima had ever seen, Shigenori.
Shigenori, never lost a duel. With years of practice, he had created the Heavenly Strike, an attack that struck quicker than the eye could follow.
I tracked down Yasuhira Koga, who had mastered Shigenori's Heavenly Strike, but was using it for evil, and he was working with the Mongols. Searching his hideout revealed where he was, and after vowing to get revenge on Lord Shimura, he and Jin dueled.
What are you waiting for, boy?
The Heavenly Strike couldn't save you.
Oh yeah, he was part of the Yarikawa Rebellion. Probably should have mentioned that.
I put down the Yarikawa Rebellion.
The Curse of Uchitsune was a tale about another legendary archer, but one skilled with the longbow.
Uchitsune loosed a single arrow. It pierced the demon's heart. As it fell to the ground, it cursed Uchitsune with its final breath. Uchitsune saw the forms of the demon everywhere. His legendary bow never missed, but each arrow that hit its mark was met with a very human scream.
I searched Uchitsune's tomb, but the bow was missing. There was only a map to an island and an unexpected visitor outside.
Stop searching for the cursed bow. It leads only to death.
I ignored him, and on that island I found another map. I followed that one to the final location where I found Uchitsune's bow, but the demon wasn't gonna let it go without a fight. The Unbreakable Gosaku was the tale of a farmer who stood against a powerful army of bandits.
2.5 centuries ago, Tsushima was terrorized by the Red Hand bandits of Akashima. The bandits charged. Gosaku's sword arm trembled in fear, but blow after blow glanced off the armor, and Gosaku did not falter. When Gosaku died, the farming families locked the armor away for safekeeping. Each family holds a single key to the lock.
The biggest part of this tale was liberating the farms and getting the keys from the farmers, but I had already done that, so all I had to do was find Gosaku's tomb, defeat the Mongols in the area, and claim the armor for myself. Alright, so now that I got Gosaku's armor, I'm actually going to grab a quick trophy, and then I need to talk to this merchant and purchase the Ocean's Guardian die, and then equip it, this sword kit right here. Then I have to climb up here and retrieve this, the Crooked Kama headband, and then put that on. And I got the Cooper Clan cosplayer trophy, in reference to Sly Cooper, another Sucker Punch game. And fun fact, I actually made a video on how to do this trophy way back when the game first came out. It was one of my first trophy related videos, and I think my first trophy guide ever. Now for my personal favorite mythic tale, the 6 Blades of Kojiro.
Spirits of death were so astonished by Kojiro. They blessed his armor to grant him a tireless sword arm. He's now more than a man. He's a slayer of legend. When the Straw Hats betrayed our people and joined the Mongols, they welcomed Kojiro back as a brother. 5 killers from the Straw Hats have joined Kojiro and sworn an oath to kill you.
As you heard, I had to duel 5 Straw Hats, which I had absolutely no problem with. I faced Yasumasa in the Drowning Marsh, Hirotsune in the Field of Spider Lilies,
Ryuzo's stories don't do you justice. They never did.
Kiyochika under a waterfall, Tomotsugu on a stormy beach, and Kanatomo in a forest arena. With his followers bested, I was ready to face Kojiro himself at Omi Monastery.
I've killed 1,000 men. Every death was sweet.
The musician was right. You are a demon.
Are you the one who finally killed me?
Is that what you want?
I enjoyed this tale so much because I hadn't died in a boss fight since Lord Shimura, but I died 8 times throughout the 6 battles, 4 of which were from Kojiro, and after he was defeated I claimed his armor as well. Next was the spirit of Yarikawa's vengeance.
Shimura's father and brothers fell to Yarikawa's Dance of Wrath technique. But with Clan Sakai's aid, Shimura put down the rebellion and executed Lord Yarikawa. The traitor vowed to avenge his conquered people from beyond the grave. Now they leave offerings to his spirit at shrines in old Yarikawa's ruins.
I searched old Yarikawa for smoke signals and helped the civilians who lit them, until I found one calling for Jin's death that led me to the Garden of the Gods.
So you're the spirit.
I am the wind that stirs the ashes. I am Yarikawa's vengeance.
I see how you move.
What are you doing?
This duel taught me the Dance of Vengeance move that looked like this.
You are a great warrior.
Lastly was the Undying Flame.
Fire fell from the sky and landed atop Mount Jogaku. A lone warrior braved the dangerous climb and found a giant rock covered in flames. He touched his sword to the fire. Flames engulfed the steel, but left him unharmed. He created a new fighting style he called the Way of the Flame.
I ascended Mount Jogaku, fighting off the cold by lighting campfires. At the top, I met Bedamaru. I grabbed a piece of the space rock, and he taught Jin how to use the Undying Flame technique.
Now, strike your sword against your piece of the rock.
This was the final mythic tale.
The Way of the Flame will only consume the Mongols.
And that training session with Bedamaru counted as the last duel. I played NewGame Plus after exploring and liberating the island, but before doing the side quests. This playthrough, I switched the dialogue to Japanese and played through some sections on Kurosawa mode. I did, however, drop the difficulty to easy so it didn't take forever, only cranking it back up to Lethal Plus for bosses. While working on the NewGame Plus story, I reached Ghost of Tsushima rank, and afterwards I used a new currency, Ghost Flowers, to purchase a cosmetic item from Baku the Voiceless. This was a new merchant added for NewGame Plus with all kinds of cool pieces, even Ryuzo's outfit. Completing everything there was to do on Tsushima meant it was time to jump into the DLC, Iki Island. Earlier, I stumbled upon this camp on the Drowned Man's shore. There were Mongols there, but none like I'd seen before. They were members of the Eagle tribe and were using a strange new poison against the people of Iki. Jin wiped the Sakai emblem from his armor, posing as Jin from Yarikawa. See, a while back, his father, Kazumasa, staged an invasion of Iki to bring its samurai order, a campaign that wasn't taken lightly by the locals. As the boat neared the island, a storm wiped them out, almost as if Jin wasn't welcome. I staggered away from the shipwreck and got another title card, but I wasn't going to let that distract me from the fact that Kaze was nowhere to be found, and I was not going to lose another horse. Further along the beach, I found and buried the captain, and when I found Kaze, he was tearing it up.
Kaze, he needs me. Or not?
I comforted him and used that new charge ability of his to take out these test dummies. With Kaze, I made my way to the now Mongol-controlled Fort Sakai. Inside, I faced a larger force, but they didn't actually plan on fighting fair. Captured, Jin was introduced to the eagle, who poisoned him and invoked twisted, terrifying hallucinations of his past. Yuna was there when he woke up, but I noticed something was off when they tried to escape. Suspiciously open area down there for me to just run and escape, but let's see what happens. It was another hallucination, and the eagle said she was trying to turn Jin into one of her shamans. He refused and threw himself into a pit of bodies where he heard his father call out for him. Jin followed the voice, but experienced his trauma over again.
Run, Jin! We're almost there!
You let your father die.
No!
May your death benefit all beings.
Eventually, he was rescued by Tenzo, who proved he was real. Then Jin offered to join the raiders and take down the eagle together.
Let me think about your offer. Jin from a Yarikawa.
You're not slipping away that easily.
I need to find more survivors, and you need to get your head on straight. Catch up to me at a farmhouse on the western coast, and we'll talk more.
Tenzo brought Jin to the raiders' hideout, where he single-handedly defeated the Mongols to start proving himself. The entrance was blocked, so they went around the back, utilizing some teamwork.
No way to cross.
There's always a way.
Samurai have to say shit like that.
Do pirates have to mouth off?
Just the clever ones.
Then Tenzo introduced Jin to their leader, Fune, who was not one bit happy to see a samurai, but agreed to let him help. Together, they drew up a plan to attack a Mongol warship outside their cove, another opportunity for Jin to prove his allegiance. When I found Tenzo, he was interrogating a Mongol. Wonder if he got any good info. Anyway, the raiders moved to secure a supply boat, but were fired on by Mongol artillery. They ended up securing the supply boat and used it to infiltrate the warship. There, they faced the crew and set the ship ablaze. Back at the cove, Tenzo wanted to have a little talk with his new friend.
I think Fune is going to be pleased.
No. She's going to skin both of us alive.
What are you talking about?
You tell me. Lord Sakai.
Oh, that's what the Mongol told him. They agreed they'd both be in danger if anyone found out, and pledged to keep it between them. I like this Tenzo guy, he's chill. Then I fully upgraded my longbow. That had nothing to do with the story, but I wanted to tell you. Returning to Fort Sakai, I defeated the Mongols in my path, freed all their prisoners, and eventually faced the Eagle's enforcer, Kunbish.
The Eagle knew you'd return, Samurai. You have received her sacred drink. A gift offered to warriors and princes worthy of becoming one of her shamans.
Is that what she wants? To make me a shaman?
Your transformation has already begun. You can accept her gift, become her shaman, and learn to soar in the eternal blue sky. Or I will break you in the name of the Eagle.
Her gift is a curse.
and I will never bow to her rule.
You could have served the eagle.
I will never be her shaman.
You waste the eagle's gift to you.
You waste the air we breathe.
He ran when he lost the fight, but didn't get far before.
Your visions will grow worse, driving you to madness and death. If only you had accepted the eagle's gift.
Then Jin and the raiders cleansed the fort of anything Eagle tribe related and settled in. Mongols found the hideout, but the raiders came up with a plan to draw them away and lure them into an ambush. They'd use Kitafure village to launch their attack, the same village Kazumasa slaughtered hundreds of people in. Fighting alongside the raiders, they were able to force the Mongols into a retreat, practically herding them into the village for the ambush. There was a large battle, but as Tenzo killed one of the last enemies, he said,
"May your death benefit all beings." Jin?
May your death benefit all beings. I've heard that before. From my father's killer.
You're hearing things. It's the eagle's poison.
Say the prayer for yourself before I end your life.
Do it. On this blood-soaked ground, where your father massacred hundreds.
He was trying to save lives.
You knew who I was. What you did to my father. You lied to my face.
You lied to yourself. Your father was my enemy, not you.
How did someone so worthless defeat Kazumasa Sakai?
I don't know. Luck. He slaughtered dozens of us before we brought him down. Broke his leg, I think. All I did was finish the job. Get on with it, samurai!
Not yet.
Jin decided to let Tenzo live, since there was a better chance at defeating the eagle with him, and he asked that the raiders set up another ambush in Senjo Gorge, the same place they surrounded his father's samurai. I was also able to use the original Sakai armor now that the truth was out. Jin fought through the Eagle tribe defenses at Senjo Gorge, but battled more than just his enemies. The eagle's poison continued to instill doubt and fear in him. Once her warriors were cut down, Tenzo went with Jin to confront the eagle.
This is the place.
Where you killed my father.
The sacred medicine brought you here. Do you know why?
To end your reign of terror.
No, to be healed. For years you hid your pain. The sacred medicine allows you to see it.
Against my will, your medicine is a weapon.
Don't let the darkness take you, Jin. Let your spirit soar in the eternal blue sky.
I don't soar over my people. I serve them.
Even the people who killed your father.
Yes, even them.
What a waste.
Handle the others, Tenzo. I'll deal with the eagle.
How can you fight an enemy who turns your own mind against you?
Damn. Oh, damn. I gotta get used to the attack pattern. Okay, so it's unblockable, unblockable, and then I could parry the blue one. Whoa! I did not know she could do that. Oh, she did it again. All right, now I gotta look out for the flip move.
You will die here like a coward.
That was huge damage. Oh no. Guys? No. Oh, you can't even revive when you're in the dream thing, the poison thing. Wow, that was quick. Oh. That jump move.
Face the judgment of your
I got a hit off in the poison section. Wait, what? A cutscene mid-boss fight?
Father.
No, Tenzo, don't do it.
Jean. We should have died here together. Like warriors.
I'm sorry I failed you, Father.
Not me. Our clan. The Sakai name is tarnished.
The people here accuse us of terrible things.
Sometimes, what is necessary is also terrible. The actions I took were not easy. But they needed to be done.
You did what was needed on the battlefield. Not at home. I needed a father.
When we lost your mother, I was left with a son I didn't know how to help. So, I raised a samurai. It's time, Jian. Do what is necessary. Rid our clan of shame and defeat. Avenge me.
No.
Kill him, you coward!
No. I will never be like you.
Oh!
The way you lived was not my choice. And your death was not my fault.
Yo! Oh my god. Yo, I'm hyped now. I have chills everywhere.
The sacred medicine no longer affects you.
Nah, it doesn't.
Is that possible?
Yeah! You didn't see that. Yes, I got her.
One day, you will face the judgment of your ancestors. One day.
May your death benefit all beings.
Yo, that was like top-notch good.
Now's your chance.
Are you alright?
I'll live. What about you? Still hearing her?
No.
I'm sorry, Jean.
So am I.
Sounds like a celebration. I better check on Brune. Tell her the good news.
Go on. I'll join you later.
Don't wait too long. Jean.
Petals soak with blood. My father's breath subsiding. Free at last from life.
Then I returned to the cove.
Looks like you're healing up.
It only hurts when I laugh, so I should be fine around you.
You only laugh at your own jokes anyway.
But I'll never swing a blade like I used to.
No more robbing innocent merchants on the high seas. How will you make yourself useful?
Too many people here still suffer from the eagle's poison. There's no cure, but I can ease their pain. Maybe even help some recover. Like you.
The eagle's medicine forced me to relive my father's death. Gave me another chance to avenge him.
What did you do?
I realized what I feared more than dying. Failing my father. For years I blamed myself for his death, and for choosing to live. So I forgave myself. And him.
And that cured you?
The darkness never leaves completely. But it recedes.
Maybe that's how to heal the others. Guide them through the memories. Help them face their fears.
I hope you're right. Years ago, I could never have imagined saying this, but I'm glad we met, Tenzo.
Never thought I'd do this either, but... Thank you, Jean. A samurai bowing to a raider.
I got a trophy for that.
Now I've seen everything.
Oh. I guess that was for beating the game. That voice line was unrelated to the trophy. That was a really, really good DLC. Only thing is it was very short. I wish I could have got to play more missions, but for what it was very good. Just like Tsushima, Iki had a number of side activities to find. Some you'll recognize, like Pillars of Honor, a Shinto shrine, lighthouses, hot springs, bamboo strikes, and haiku, which granted all the same rewards as before, and even a silver trophy. But the island had a lot more to find, like Sakai banners planted by the raiders after defeating the samurai. There were 30 of them. For the last one, I thought I needed to climb this mountain. I didn't. It was right here, tucked away in this corner next to the mountain. And I didn't collect these just because. I'll show you what I used them for soon. Before moving on from this area though, there was one exploration related trophy that I wanted to go for. To earn it, I had to follow 3 different paths at Saruiwa that led to the Hear No Evil, See No Evil, and Speak No Evil statues, where I played a song on the flute, threw a smoke bomb, and bowed. There were also 9 animal sanctuaries to visit, where I played songs on the flute for deer, cats, and monkeys. To perform these songs, I actually had to move the controller and keep the green dot between the lines. These sanctuaries also served as glimpses into Jin's past with his mother, as she was a lover of animals. Completing these got me some powerful charms like Sugaru's Sight, Nakoma's Hunt, and Mashira's Protection, and when I completed the 9th sanctuary, I got a trophy.
First time I improvised, she laughed. The last time, she closed her eyes as she listened, the sunlight on her cheeks. her face serene. Even after seeing her sick, that's the face I'll never forget.
The next activity was archery challenges, where I could earn a bronze, silver, or gold medal based on how quickly I hit every target. I only needed to achieve bronze for this trophy. But you've been watching this video long enough to know that I didn't stop there, so I threw on Tadayori's armor and a set of useful ranged charms, and earned gold on every archery challenge. Helping Hand was a short, unmarked tale where Jin assisted a man in building his house. The first time I found him was early on in the DLC, and I'm not even sure where the footage is, but I gave him 3 pieces of wood to help him get started. Then I found him in a field gathering pelts and gave him an additional 6. Finally, I saved him some time gathering steel from a shipwreck and offered him 10. At this point, I was able to fast travel to his house and check out the finished product.
I am Imotaro, and you are Jin Sakai, who freed us from the eagle. You once told me you never built anything. Now you can say you have. And with this house, I can build a new family, like the one I never had. Thank you.
When I saw home burn, it was here on Iki. I did nothing then. This house won't make up for it, but it's a start.
Common Courtesy was a series of 5 unwritten tales that could be found on Iki Island. The first was burying the captain at the shipwreck, second was protecting this beekeeper's hives from a few waves of enemies, next was showcasing Tadayori's legacy to some raiders, the fourth had me clear the forest of Mongols for a mysterious woman, and lastly I saved a group of drowning peasants. There were 4 wind shrines around the map, each of which had a vanity item that were actually Easter eggs of other PlayStation games. The first was the Bloodstained Shrine. For this one I had to equip the Kensei armor and find somewhere to decrease my health. From there I stood in front of the shrine and healed for the Bloodborne armor. Next was the Shrine of Ash. I equipped the Sakai clan armor and drew my katana in front of the shrine for the Kratos armor. The third shrine was a reference to Shadow of the Colossus. Lastly, the Forbidden Shrine, a reference to Horizon Forbidden West, and this one had the coolest solution by far. The last side activity on the island were memories of Jin's father. These were short, playable flashbacks that gave a further glimpse into Jin's childhood and Kazumasa's campaign on Iki.
I ran from these memories most of my life. But now, after facing them, I think I understand you, Father. After the battles, and under the legend of Kazumasa Sakai, you were just a man, chasing something. Or maybe running from yourself. I'm glad you slowed down and finally saw me. But I'm sorry it was too late.
And I know this is random, but I decided to replay the Eagle boss fight a few times with different builds. And I think my game might have glitched because I got the trophy for reaching Legacy Redeemer, the max honor rank on Iki Island. There were only 6 Mongol territories on Iki, but I only had 2 left at this point, since Fort Sakai and Senjo Gorge counted as 2 during the story, and I had to clear Zasho River Crossing and Saruiwa Overlook to reveal the animal sanctuaries at those locations. Now I had to clear Sentinel's Peak, and Katayama Market. The first tale I played had me investigate rumors surrounding a Ghost of Iki. I watched the supposed ghost and saw him steal sake from the Mongols. When I caught him, he said he wasn't the ghost, but worked for him. And when I found the Ghost of Iki...
You?
Lord Sakai, get me out of here.
You're pretending to be the ghost.
A respectful tribute.
Respectful. I should have known you were behind this.
Kenji found his way to the island because he heard a smuggler was heading for the mainland. He ended up in his current predicament because he got caught trying to sneak on to that ship. So, I have a short story time. Earlier in the video, I mentioned watching Prison Break, and I'm on season 4 right now, and there's a character in the beginning of season 4 named Glenn. I didn't think much of it, and fast forward to right now, I go on Google and I search who is the voice actor for Kenji in this game. It's the same guy. What are the odds of that? The English voice actor for Kenji is James Hiroyuki Lau. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's in the season of Prison Break I'm currently watching, and he's the voice of Kenji. That is so crazy to me. I seem like I'm overreacting a little bit, but I think that's so like funny and coincidental. I don't know. I had to share that. Kenji brought Jin to the smuggler's hideout. He was the infamous Viper of Hakata Bay. And another pretty cool feature was that I could either confront or defuse the situation when talking to him, which I didn't realize until later would determine whether or not I dueled the Viper. I cleared a Mongol camp and retrieved the Viper's navigation charts to clear Kenji's debt. He was offered a seat on the boat, but ultimately gave it to Fugu, that kid who was working for him.
Fugu! Forget something, Master?
Yeah, my common sense. Take my seat on the ship. You earned it.
But, Master...
Get moving before I change my mind.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'll scrape by. Fugu, I didn't like his chances. It's better this way. Besides, you didn't think you'd get rid of me that easily, did you?
I'm not that lucky.
This calls for a drink.
To the Ghost of Iki.
To forgetting all about him.
I went with Hotake to find her husband and the monk that ran their camp. When I did, they were both captured by Mongols on opposite sides of the beach. You might see where this is going.
I won't be able to save both.
Despite that, I tried to save both of them anyway. I just looked up a video on if it's even possible to save both of them. And in the video, he successfully killed every single Mongol, and they were both alive. And this guy right here, the husband, was his objective. So after a few seconds, the monk was sitting and he just fell over and died. And there was no enemies left, so it's not even possible. Even if you somehow managed to kill them all, like he did, it's not even possible to save both. Yo. Wait, it's gonna happen to me. Like he's still alive over there. He just flops and dies. What? Doesn't even make any sense. When I cut Togo free, his wife came over and, well, let's just say I made the right choice.
It's dangerous to travel, especially for us, with me being pregnant.
I investigated a shipwreck and learned that a group of bandits cut a deal with the Mongols, a deal that got them a hwacha. When I escaped, I found Sugi, whose village was also attacked by that warship.
The vessel that fired on your village belongs to someone named Yamaneko. I need your help to stop them.
Yamaneko's right-hand man showed up to talk tough, but ended up just as dead as the Mongols he partnered with. At night, Sugi boarded the warship and fired the hwacha at the bandits, making it look like the Mongols turned on them. There was a huge enemy of my enemy battle that left the ship in flames and Sugi nowhere to be found. I went with Fune to raid a Mongol ship for supplies, but it was really to rescue her estranged daughter. I cleared the camp, then the ship itself, and opened the cage to save Fune's daughter. One of the other raiders, Hachiman, didn't agree with wasting resources to save her.
That bitch who got my brothers killed.
And tried to conduct a mutiny. Yeah, that was never happening. She thanked Jin, and I got the trophy for completing every tale of Iki. Friend to all raiders. Complete all tales of Iki. Back at the Cove, I participated in a Bakken duel tournament. There were 5 opponents, each with their own strengths, but none of them were strong enough for me to really talk about. For being crowned the champion, I got a trophy, and access to the Crimson Dye Merchant operated by one of the contenders. I got my first item for free. I went with this armor dye for the Samurai Clan armor. There were only 2 mythic tales on Iki, but they were both very good. First was the tale of Black Hand Riku.
He carved up his victims, piece by piece, always saving a morsel for his loyal companion, a vicious monkey. Riku built his armor to honor a brutal Sarugami. This monkey demon inhabited his armor. Its cursed whispers drove Riku to take risks, tempting him with the spoils of battle. Before he died, Riku hid his Sarugami armor somewhere on Iki Island. Now he haunts the coast, a wrathful spirit who preys on anyone brave or foolish enough to seek the cursed armor of Black Hand Riku.
I found glowing water near the coast and followed it to a cave. You'll never guess who I found in there.
I have seen you in my dreams.
Show yourself.
Another hunter, desperate for my armor and the power of the Sarugami.
Black Hand Riku, you survived.
No, I was reborn in darkness. You will never see the sun.
When I finally defeated him, I claimed the armor for myself and tested its abilities on some enemies outside.
That's all of them.
That other mythic tale, well, it was about the Butcher of Iki Island.
15 years ago, our home was invaded by an army of ruthless samurai. Their leader was Kazumasa Sakai, the Butcher of Iki. He rode to battle atop his demonic beast, shielded with armor as black as his master's heart. Luckily, the Butcher made a grave mistake when he came to Iki. He brought his whelp of a son. Our bravest warriors hunted the boy, not to kill, but to tempt his bloodthirsty father. Kazumasa gave chase, then rode into a trap. His armored horse met a grisly end, but the butcher and his runt son survived, then fled like cowards.
Enough of these lies. That is not what happened.
I live near Senjo Gorge. I saw it with my own eyes.
So did I.
Who are you?
My name is Jin Sakai. Kazumasa Sakai was my father. He gave his life trying to help this island.
Help! He murdered us!
Your people repaid his help by murdering him.
Is that why you're here? To avenge your father and take my head?
You may be a liar, but you are not my enemy.
Not yet.
Jin was not welcome in this guy's shipwreck village because, well, obvious reasons, so he had to sneak around to hear the rest of the tale.
Kazumasa fell for our trap and lost his armored horse. As our warriors closed in, the butcher and his boy fled into Senjo Gorge. The samurai limped through the canyon and ran headfirst into an ambush. There was no grand battle. Only a few raiders with dull blades. But that was all it took. One swing to end the life of Kazumasa Sakai. While the samurai slunk home, we recovered the armor from Kazumasa's mount. Over the years, our finest horses wore that armor. Every one of them killed its rider, as if possessed by the butcher's vengeful spirit.
So he decided to go retrieve that cursed horse armor. From there, it kind of just turned into a platforming level, and I jumped from shipwreck to shipwreck until I finally found it.
My father's horse armor. We'll see if it fits Kaze.
I gave it to Kaze and used it to defend that village from Mongols. This earned their respect and got me the trophy for completing the Mythic Tales. Now, remember those Sakai banners I mentioned earlier? Well, I was able to bring them to Tsubaki the dye merchant and trade them in for new horse armor designs.
Suit your horse nicely.
Blood on your hands. That's a combination of purchasing an item from the Crimson Dye merchant earlier and obtaining a dye for the horse armor. Now I was down to the last trophy sets, but I'll be honest before I go any further. I did not earn every Legends Mode trophy. Some of these required a decent bit of grinding to achieve, like equipping gear of a certain level or completing tasks only available at a gear score way out of reach. On top of that, I also had to reach rank 20 with all 4 classes, another thing that would take a very long time. On screen now are the trophies I did not earn in this video, and if you want to skip this section altogether, just head to the timestamp on screen now. Anyway, I had no experience going into this and didn't even know what Legends was. What I gathered from the intro cutscenes and tutorials was that the arrival of the Mongols brought Oni that threatened Tsushima. There were 4 classes, Samurai, Hunter, Assassin, and Ronin, each with their own unique abilities and specifications. I chose Ronin for the ability to summon a spirit dog and boost healing to allies. I went on a quest to save Twins of Tsushima. The Twins of Tsushima? I'm telling you, I really did not know what was going on. I played through the 3 chapters of this first story. It wasn't anything special, just some combat and stealth, and after completing the first story in Legends mode, I was off to a promising start. Then I saved some monks from Disciples of Io, stopped a few rituals with sick upgrades. It looks like a lightsaber, that's sick. Worked with Uchitsune to free him and Hiyoshi Springs from Io's curse. Rematched Kojiro, well, his spirit, with this player I accidentally matchmade with. Stopped a caravan stealing divine artifacts. Battled restless spirits and was introduced to the powerful Oni Sukbatar. And defeated a fleet of pirate spirits and took down Sukbatar. With him out of the way, I queued for the final story tale where I managed to get paired with the best possible teammate. And once we drove Io's forces back through the blood portal, I got the next trophy.
blood portal was destroyed. With it, Io's connection to Tsushima was severed. But the ghosts realized their path was now open.
With the story completed, I tried out the Rivals mode. I decided to go in solo, and it started out easy, but towards the end, I realized why it was meant to be played with other people. After 15 minutes or so, I made it to the final 3 waves, and let me tell you, these were no joke.
At last, the final Oni were vanquished. Their rivals defeated, the ghosts emerged triumphant.
And that's about all I could get in the way of Legends trophies on my time frame. But I did hop into a survival mode to see what it was like. It was pretty fun. Probably the most fun mode I played. Alright, so at this point I'm done everything I can do on Tsushima, as well as Iki. I did everything. Even if we go to collections here, I have everything maxed out. Artifacts, even these records, the techniques, got everything there. All these quests, an insane amount of quests here. As for the trophies, I'm at 86 total %. So we got NewGame Plus, both of the Iki Island lists. And then of course the only ones I didn't finish are the Legends mode trophies. But I saved one trophy besides the Platinum for last, and that is the Perfect Storm. So I got Kaze here. I got my ghost armor on, and I thought there was no better forge to fully upgrade the sword at than the same forge where Taka made the grappling hook earlier in the game. We're going to talk to the swordsmith, go to the katana, and when I hold X right now on this controller, when I hold X, I'm going to get the platinum trophy for Ghost of Tsushima for the 3rd time. Here we go.
Sharper than ever.
The Perfect Storm.
Goodbye.
And Living Legend platinum trophy for Ghost of Tsushima. And I don't know if you saw that little message that popped up on the screen there, but I don't really know many games that acknowledge your platinum trophy in the actual game itself. And I'm also pretty sure you get a ghost armor die for getting the platinum, which is pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially those of you who watched to the end. I never made a video this long before, so I hope it was good. I mean, if you're still here after all this time, you probably didn't stay because of how much you hated it. But yeah, Ghost of Yotei is next. I am unfathomably excited to platinum that and make the video. It should be out relatively soon, and not after a 2-month break. Hope you all have a great day, see you in the next one, and peace out.